Get my mic and say hello, everyone and no one, and welcome to another Rotten Movie Reviews. Today we have a fun one of the remake of the 1974 Gone in 60 Seconds, the Nicolas Cage Gone in 60 Seconds. And thanks for showing up, PG. Yeah, we started the movie a little late, so we were finishing it up. And that, so I got that one. I still got to do all my sharing and stuff. Bring that back up and go to this and say, and with me as always is Tier Alexander. Tier, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
And I
This was
believe,
a good one.
and I believe Angela and Will had to step away for a moment since, like I said, we had just finished up the movie, and I believe shortly as well we will be joined by a hate camel. So I will have to add
Yay.
that into it. But
I'm sitting right here.
oh, you are here. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
I didn't know if you had. I thought you had something to do as well, or it's like something to do shortly for a moment.
Oh well, a couple of dogs are out in the backyard. I'll have to go let them back in, but doing a little bit of laundry. Normally I would be asleep by now, but I kind of took like a 3-hour nap when I got home from work.
Yeah, I ended up waking up way late. Normally, my alarm's supposed to go off about it's like closer to 10 a.m. and then I woke up at 1 p.m.
That's always fun.
Yeah, I guess I drank a little more than I meant to last night. But okay, we
Just wake up in a sheer panic because, like, holy shit, I'm late. I'm late.
oh, luckily I knew I wasn't going anywhere. But I woke up and saw the text from my dad. He's like, "Hey, I'm not feeling so well. Got a major headache. So pretty sure going to the range won't help with that. Plus, it was fucking rain and shit." But
Funny you mention that, pops.
Yeah.
Me too.
Hey, it worked out.
I'm like, I just woke up, so I'm probably not going either. But I will say, because Camel, have you seen the original 1974 Gone in 60 Seconds?
Is that a Steve McQueen one?
No.
No, I haven't. Then I have not seen the original. Just the remake with.
I actually recommend it.
Yes, it is an amazing movie.
It's one I'll have to get around to because, like, I mean, Johnny's got a whole damn list that we still haven't even scratched the surface on.
the first one, still that I'm aware of, holds the record for the longest chase scene in film history
Oh, sweet.
of 40 minutes.
Yes, it is a 40-minute chase scene.
Okay, that's a bit long, but I mean,
Oh,
okay.
it's actually interesting. It's a fun one because yeah, this one was done by a H.B. Halicki was the original, and he was this part of the thing for this the remake. Except for I think by that time he'd already passed on. Because yeah, Eleanor was a Mustang in the original as well, but it was a 1973 Mustang.
Yes.
Okay.
But I mean, it was made in 1974, so like a lot of the really
it was a brand. It's
yeah.
like a brand new car.
Yeah, and the funny part is like majority of the really high dollar ones, other than like a quaint few, from what we were reading on there last time, was that they were his cars, like his own personal vehicles.
Again, a lot of those shots had from the the original, they had to be like, you know what? Fuck it, let's destroy this car.
Yeah, and like quite literally, this one definitely has more of a plot. Because comparing them, the original Gone in 60 Seconds, it had the plot to where the main character, it wasn't Memphis, it was Pace. Mandrian Pace.
Can we all just agree that regardless of what you think of the city, Memphis is a great nickname?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And the name Memphis Reigns. I mean, oh my god.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna be like, that's some Hollywood shit if I've ever heard it, but it works.
Yeah, that one was a pretty epic come up with it on the fly for them. I have some complaints with the movie. That ain't none of them.
My biggest complaint with the movie is they got Angelina Jolie and bleach blonde dreads. Really?
Yeah. I don't know who thought of that one. That was not the best.
That tells you, like, yeah, this was 2000.
Oh yeah. This was peak 2000s era because so much shit in there was like total bullshit. We're going to hack the insurance agency because there's somehow a central database.
That's the thing. It wasn't the insurance agency. It was the state's insurance database. They don't have one.
Yeah.
I mean, we do.
No, the state maintains the DMV and the vehicle registrations, and they do get insurance information from the carrier now to confirm that the car has coverage, but they don't keep a completely separate insurance database for the state or the country.
All I know is I got one of those tickets in the mail a few months back.
Yeah,
and it's like, hey, you don't have insurance.
It's a line item in the
$190.
Yeah, it's a line item in the state's vehicle registration database.
I'm cutting you off just for a second, Will. Make sure on that ticket that you got that it actually has someone from, that it's actually done by either the state itself or an actual police department, because if it's a third party...
Oh, it was registered to Nana Camel anyway. It's like, hey, she's dead. Good luck getting the money out of
Yeah,
it.
no, if
it's to a third party that's not actually a part of the insurance, but police department, they quite literally cannot get the money from you. Like, they cannot go after you. They can't do a warrant for you not paying.
Yeah, it's the DMV.
It's
the actual DMV.
It wasn't from my local police department. I was like, I'm not paying this shit. Fuck you.
No, it's the state DMV.
Yeah.
And some states like California love writing huge fines per diem on stuff like that, which the state gets wrong more often than the customer does.
But yeah, like my insurance had just barely lapsed, and I got that. I was like, all right, well, I guess I need to get my fucking insurance back up to date, but I ain't paying.
Oh, Camel, I got one of those letters from the state of Michigan on a vehicle I had sold 4 years earlier.
But we'll go.
Yeah, I don't own that car.
You're
telling me that it doesn't have insurance today, so you're gonna penalize me? Not as such.
Well, we're gonna go back to the actual movie review, guys, because like instead of like that's kind of what it's supposed to be. I mean, this one legit
reviews with Camel and Will.
Like, at least for this movie, it quite literally has an actual plot and storyline and sticks to it, because the original quite literally, after 10 minutes into it, the plot's irrelevant. The only other plot they have
about the car chase.
Yeah, the only other plot they have is they steal the one car that turns out to have a fuck ton of drugs in it, because it was like $1.5 million worth of heroin, because it's always heroin. And what's funny is like that one, it's because I want to say it's like their brothers or something, or I think his brother-in-law. But he goes to the whole thing, and the one guy thinks he's like, all right, we're rich. It's like, dude, that was $1.5 million of heroin in one vehicle. You really think the fucking drug dealer whose car got stolen from that is going to go through and not find you?
Oh, yeah.
They gonna track you down. You gonna be so much fertilizer.
Yeah.
And he was the cut that turned them in.
Yeah, he calls the police and tells them to go watch for that Mustang there, and that's what gets the whole thing. The funny part is in the original, like, he goes through that whole thing, ends up stopping at a car wash where there is another identical one. Tells him that she needs to go see the manager. They got to go through this. So he takes that one, changes out of his getup that made him look like an old man. When the cops see the fucked up vehicle and everything, they arrest the manager of the car wash and that whole thing. And he basically drives off, and he drives off of that one. He's at a thing going to the cop. We're like, oh, we got the guy because he took off his whole disguise and everything. Like, the cop's just like, oh yeah, by the way, to get over to that thing, you have to go this way.
Yeah, was it?
There was
tied
no
himself,
actual
okay.
anything of plot resolving.
There
The
was
best way to
there was no
explain his
plot to
ending.
resolve.
Well,
The
there
best
was a
way he
plot.
explained
Like
It's
that ending
just
was
they gave
in,
it,
it was just
it had a
pointless.
plot for 5 minutes and then said, "Screw it."
But like this one has actual plot because you have the whole
yes, it
thing with
does.
Nicolas Cage, coming back because his brother got paid for it or brought into the job.
Mm-hmm. And
Mm.
if this doesn't get done, your brother's gonna die.
I will still say I like the whole fact they had the one cop that basically gets almost isekai because his vehicle gets hit by a bus. I still love
Yeah.
I still love Timothy Olaflet going up to the one cop who got hit by the goddamn wrecking ball, and he's like, "Are you all right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think so." He's like, "Are you sure? Because you just went through a wall."
Yeah.
That was great.
The whole cast in this movie is actually really good. I mean,
Yeah.
Timothy Oliphant and Delroy Lindo as the cops, and then you've got
Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall, Giovanni Ribisi as the younger brother,
Mhm.
Scott Kahn as oh shit, I forgot his name now.
Tumblr.
Tumblr, that's right. I knew it started with a T. I was wanting to say Thumper for some reason.
Fucking Vinnie Jones.
Wasn't he played in? Didn't he play in Ocean's 11?
Scott Kahn?
Want to say I know he was in Ocean's 13. Yeah, he was in Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 13. He's also in Varsity Blues.
Yeah, he's clear in Varsity Blues.
Yeah, he's in Ocean's 11. So he's in Ocean's 10 now. So again, he right star-studded cast.
Oh yeah, I mean this
was
was like for some odd reason in the late I would say like most of the 90s, even parts of the late 80s, and then even into the 2000s, like the cast that get put together for like Nicolas Cage's thing just ridiculous.
And then Vinnie Jones is Sphinx.
Yeah, fucking Vinnie Jones. That dude's awesome.
I'll watch just about anything got Vinnie Jones in.
Yeah, I still have to watch the one to where he's known as like the butcher or whatever, and he's killing people on a subway because it turns out
the Midnight Meat Train.
Midnight Meat Train. Yeah, it turns out he's killing people to give to lizards to eat. So
it's
they don't.
Not just him. It's him and Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, well, Bradley Cooper's a reporter on that whole thing. Yeah. But like the reason why he's killing all the people like just at the one time from that subway, and it's always funny because it's like, oh, it's to stop these creatures so they don't come over and take over the human race. It's like they got no claws, they got no teeth. That's why he has to, basically tenderize them. Like we have guns.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also New York, so they don't have a whole lot of guns.
That's true.
Yes, but it's one of those things.
They do. They're just in the hands of the criminals and law enforcement.
And they're not going down the subway tunnels.
Neither one. Well, some of the criminals are, but the law enforcement
not that far.
Well, definitely not. Shit.
They send the National Guard in for that.
But this is definitely just a really fun movie.
It is, and it holds up well.
Oh, okay,
you got some great lines in it too.
Okay, now I know why James Duvall was in it because I'm pretty sure Robert Duvall got him into. No, it's James.
Which one's James Duvall?
It's Robert.
There's two different Duvalls in there.
Two.
Pretty boy who got the pretty boy who was like he can order pizzas like it's nobody's business. That's James
the one that
Duvall.
Got shot?
No, that was a different guy.
That was a different one.
He played Ferb.
Yeah, James Ferb is he's the one who stole the drug dealer's car.
Oh yeah, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Wait, he's related to Robert Duvall?
I don't think so because Robert has two L's.
Two L's.
And James only has one.
He is related to most likely.
I want to say the one who got shot was William Lee Scott because that was Toby.
Okay. Yeah, I almost forgot all about that dude with the drug dealer's car for a second.
That suffering, you can shoot me any day.
You got Chi McBride as Donnie.
Yes,
he's awesome.
Yes, Him
dude,
retiring for driver's education to come back
Yeah.
out of
What's-
retirement. on
what's
Super
really
Bowl.
funny-
Like, honey, you can't drive.
What's really funny is if you
Swim,
pay
keep my black ass
attention,
out the pool.
she's pulling the whole trying to fake cry to get him to pay attention and feel sorry because you can tell her when she's watching it, him being on the
Yeah.
phone. So she starts to cry harder, but you can see when she
Yes.
turns around, there's still no tears.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure she's the
Amber
same
Heard
one
School of
you
Acting.
then see the later on of she's the one at the frickin' DMV when
yes.
he shows up there to get the whole thing and he's just like, she's like,
Nope.
what do you mean? You're supposed to go faster when someone's tailgating you.
Somebody's tailgating you. I'm dying. Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure she is where they got that scene from Family Guy with the little Asian lady driver. You know, just like turn on her blinker, like "Good luck, everybody."
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, thank goodness she did not get a license.
And then what's the skinny black dude? Mirror Man. He had another great line with Vinnie Jones. Like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna smoke a joint. I'm gonna watch 2 hours of Roots. I'm gonna kick your ass.
He has not done a whole lot, TJ Cross.
Yeah, I don't remember him being in anything else.
He is apparently he was in the movie Showtime and the movie Bad Company. So he did 2 movies after that.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
And a big shout out to the man
Showtime.
Christopher Eccleston for
Oh yeah, the Ninth Doctor is the bad guy.
nailing
Yeah.
the villain.
Yeah.
Absolutely nailing the villain role in this.
Oh,
Well, apparently Showtime is a spoof buddy cop movie or spoof of buddy cop movies.
that's the
with Eddie
Robert
Murphy and
Eddie
De Niro.
Yeah, I never
And then
watched
Bad
that one.
Company is a thing with Chris Rock and Anthony Hopkins.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember Bad Company now. Yeah, it's got him and the chick from Silence of the Lambs and Gabriel Mock. I don't remember that dude in the movie though. He must have had a small part.
Oh yeah, it doesn't say that he was in like a big role. He was
Who?
Cool Bean. Like
Yeah, it
apparently
must be,
he
like,
always
worth, like,
gets some
getting
weird
movies
ass
from.
like he always gets some weird ass or name because again, Gone 60 Seconds, he's Mirror Man.
Yeah.
Showtime, Rerun. Bad Company, Cool Bean.
I kind of feel like maybe our boy got typecast.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
only done 3 movies, so and with those ones it was like he did both of those movies in 2002 and he hasn't done shit since that I've seen.
Nah, I don't see. He doesn't have much of a presence on IMDb.
One other one. The last one I can remember, like the actor's name, Will Patton.
Oh yeah, as
Oh
Atlee.
yeah, Will Patton's fucking amazing.
Great dude. He should be in more stuff.
He
But I-
is more shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, like he should. I'm saying he should be in more.
I like how he can play a bad. Like he's one of those actors that he can, like Christopher Eccleston. They can play a good guy, but they can play a fucking awesome bad guy.
I just like the way he was introducing, like the Kalitri to Memphis. You know, like the introduction he was giving him was like, he's got this whole "Devil Went Down to Long Beach" thing. I'm
Yes.
like that is smooth the way he's describing this dude. Like when you actually do meet him, like he's a scrawny British dude. It's like, okay, he doesn't look that bad, but the way Will Patton said it was like, yeah, I still wouldn't fuck with him.
Oh shit.
He's a limey in
fucking
Long
insane.
Beach, man. This is a hard motherfucker.
Shit, the motherfucker was insane.
And then they had shit, what was that rapper they had playing the
Master P.
Master P, that's right.
So,
Yeah.
I will say one thing about near the end. They slipped just a little bit with the killing the villain, just because they should have made him stick the landing in the coffin. Still smash it because he's falling from what?
Oh, that
40
would have
feet
been
up?
better.
That was
Yeah.
high up.
But actually,
Come on,
but
man.
actually, like stick the landing instead of landing on the lip of it.
Yeah. Well, that was to basically make sure that it broke his back, so he wouldn't be able to do anything. They had to have that one death scene, but it'd been because it kind of would have been a little more tacky to be like, okay, he falls through the glass, falls into the coffin, and then you see him like dead, then the door closes.
Well, I mean, totally smash it, and I mean,
That
I
or
know
have
I'm getting,
that or
I'm
you have
getting,
that or
I'm
if you're
getting
gonna have him
picky, but there's
stick
a
if you're gonna have him stick the landing, he has to fall through the window, fall into the freaking thing, but he falls when he falls, he breaks through
yeah,
the thing or the coffin.
breaks through it, or the window glass falls on him, so you can see there's 40 pieces of glass sticking through him. He's still clearly dead.
Yeah.
Is
As
that the
long as he
40-foot
died, it doesn't
fall
matter how he
wouldn't?
died.
Yeah, is that the 40-foot fall wouldn't do it to him kind of thing. But it just would have sold for me that just a little bit better.
It wasn't bad though.
No, it. As I said, the movie holds up. I watched it tonight. The last time I watched it was more than 20 years ago.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in forever.
Kind of feeling the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And it was as good tonight as it was back then.
Who was the freaking dude that Master P played?
He was
Johnny B.
Johnny B.
Johnny B, the gang leader, the counter crew.
Well, they don't have his
held
name
the
in there
grudge.
as Master P.
Yeah.
What, they got his
No, Master
government
P is
name?
Johnny B. No, I don't know about IMDb. I ended up on Wikipedia.
Okay, yeah, that
It
is.
does list him as Master P.
Yeah, okay, it does have that. It
So
was
he-
further down when it goes to alphabetically. But yeah, he's uncredited apparently. I don't know why.
How? Like he had speaking, he had
well,
lines.
well, he's one of the most well-known people in there.
he had lines and he pulled it off well too. I mean, that's
Yeah,
know,
like he.
it-
You know,
Oh, I mean,
he
it
did
was
not. He did not hurt my suspension of disbelief one bit.
no,
yeah.
not like
And-
Ja
and that's
Rule in the
not
first
something
fucking
Bellamy did.
Fast and the Furious.
Oh God, we don't mention the first Fast and Furious and Ja Rule in the same sentence.
We just
With
ignore
the
him.
rule. Yes.
It's murder.
Yeah, and pulling off a role like that
Where's
is
Ja?
something that every musician can do.
It's like Coolio in fucking Batman Forever. We don't talk about Batman Forever. We don't talk about Coolio in Batman Forever.
Well, hell, you got to remember for
Julio was
the
in Batman Forever.
Yeah, he was in Batman Forever. He was the banker. Was it Batman Forever? Yeah. No,
Wait, is that? Are we just wait? Batman Forever.
Batman
That's
and Robin.
the Clooney one, isn't it?
he was in Batman and Robin.
Oh, okay.
rappers and movies, and you can't forget, Coolio was or not cool. Buster Rhymes, I want to say it was in one of the
Free motherfuckers.
Halloween H2O,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where he martial arts fights Michael Myers. It's so dumb, and I love it. I actually,
Hold
unironically, love that fight scene.
No, not that. It's was it Batman Forever? I think it was Batman Forever because Batman and Robin is Mr. Freeze, and he was the one with fucking
Val
Tommy
Kilmer?
Jones. Yeah, because he goes, he took the car, sir. What car?
Oh,
No, he
Ah,
took the
sorry.
other car.
The Bentley? The other car, sir.
The other car, sir. Oh. Yeah, going through this list of vehicles, and there's some of them, you could hand me the keys and I'd be like, pass. Some of these,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I just
Eleanor is just Eleanor is just one of the cars I would gladly settle for.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me Eleanor and I'm a happy girl.
Yeah, same here.
Any of the classics that they had in there, honestly, like some of the ones they had that are from like the 40s and whatnot. Oh, I'd take those in a
I
heartbeat.
mean, the 64 Bentley. That's
No, he
pretty
was in
fun.
Batman and Robin. It was Batman and Robin.
The
She's having the baby
Uh,
now.
Yeah.
Like
This ain't even my car.
He said my car.
Oh, like a
Oh,
I love that
the
scene where he's getting carjacked.
1950 Mercury Custom.
Role model.
Any fool can pull a gun on somebody. You need a role model.
That was so good.
Yeah.
I almost
And then
died.
instead of doing the tiger in the back seat, it was the snake
It's the snake.
The
I thought
snake
that
in the
was-
Hummer.
and the Hummer.
Oh yeah, the
I had
snake in the Hummer with the
forgotten
license plate that
about
says
that.
Snake.
The snake gonna have to slid his ass to the bus stop.
It does follow my whole shit.
Fuck you
And
up.
of course,
Come on,
I would
man.
gladly take that 57 Chevy Bel Air convertible too.
Oh my god. That's like I said, that's my dream.
Mhm.
Yeah, some of these cars are just like what 2000 GMC Yukon.
Yeah.
Why?
Why
'Cause they-
It was going overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2000 Ford Super Duty F350, even modified, it really isn't worth it.
Although
that
now,
69 Camaro Z28, yeah.
Well, I'll definitely
borrow
say,
that
the
one.
67
Yeah.
Shelby Mustang would be nice. I'd rock that 66 Shelby AC Cobra.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have 3 cars on my wish list. You know, Eleanor is one, a 1970 Chevelle, with the 454, right?
Maybe, I don't know.
1970 Chevelle SS and 67 Impala.
I mean,
Those are my
Eleanor-
3.
I'll still be honest. I know it was a
Aston
newer
Martin.
one. I definitely,
DeLorean.
I would definitely rock a fucking 1998 Toyota Supra. I'd drive it
Well,
like
the-
3
the-
days a year.
The Impala that would be like the everyday, you know, that or the Chevelle. That'd be the everyday cruiser.
Hmm.
Well, I mean,
Although
I'd
the gas
also-
mileage would be a bitch.
Well, this is another one that'll kill your gas mileage. I'd take that 71 Plymouth Hemi Cuda.
I'd take that
'Cause,
fucking 71
Oh, that was
Tasmo
pretty.
Pantera.
It's
Mhm.
Nothing with
That looks
nothing with
fucking
the Hemi.
sweet.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nothing with the Hemi likes driving past gas stations. They are beautiful powerhouses.
And this is why when we invaded Iraq, we should have taken the fucking oil, man. Think of how many muscle cars we could have on the road today.
Oh god. Like that fucking 1962 Aston Martin is beautiful, but again, that would be one of those things that's like, if I even think there's gonna be rain, it's staying in the
Yeah.
garage.
Yeah, that is slow cruising on a sunny Sunday afternoon kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And driving to car shows.
Oh god, I forgot they got a fucking Stingray Corvette in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Just they had some great
I-
fucking cars there. The only one I was like the least fan of, I think, was they had the Lamborghini in there. Yeah, the Lamborghini Diablo. They're cool, but I don't want one.
Yeah, I don't want one either because I don't want to be like climbing off the ground to get out of my car. I like a vehicle with a little bit of cargo space. And the other thing with those, backwards visibility is
Oh,
like
yeah.
non-existent.
And I definitely would see, like, my daily driver would have been the Hummer, but I prefer the 4-door with the small bed. Because
Well, that's-
I've wanted an actual Hummer for fucking decades.
Yeah, but that's another vehicle that doesn't like driving past gas stations.
Oh, dude, I would still love to if I ever won the lotto as well. Like,
Oh, yeah.
there's always the thought process of getting an old, like, seeing if I can find an old military Hummer, and I'm just gonna make that a house truck.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Well-
they don't have keys. Like
Yeah,
these
they
are
got
the ones.
start, right?
Yeah, they got a push button start. You actually have to wait a certain time frame for, and depending on how it is, you might have to throw a rag, or it's like have someone throw a rag to block the part of the exhaust so it can gain enough back pressure to start.
And also, don't you need special jumper cables for that kind of shit?
Usually for some of it. For the H1 like that was one of the ones that was just put on a different frame and has the body of it.
Yeah,
I'm
For
just
the-
curious.
mechanics grade cables should work for jumping any of those.
Well, no. The only reason why I mentioned that is because I saw a fat electrician video the other day, and he was talking about like military mechanics and how, like with the transport vehicles, they had a weird set of jumper cables that cost like $500, and good luck finding them.
Well, when you're
But I find it interesting. Like, how long were you in the Air Force?
12
Rod?
years.
And you want to buy something that's military grade? Like, that's not a pew pew?
It's just because I've always liked the Hummer, and quite literally, that's why I said it'd be a house truck. Do you know why? Because it's a toy. I'm not buying that to be my everyday fucking vehicle. Like, that H1 wouldn't be so bad because it's not the military one. It just looks like a Hummer.
Right. Okay, yeah, military jumper cables, 24 volts and 500 amps or more. I'm pretty sure mechanics grade would do it. They just tend to be longer.
I mean, I also had the one job as well to where, because I worked the weekends and I had one guy come in. He tells me I need to call the freaking vehicle guys because the Pro Super Truck would not start because the battery somehow died. And it's in a parking lot that's not on the flight line. I told him flat out, I'll call them, but they're not going to come in for that. He goes, why? It's like, because it's not blocking an aircraft. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, by the way, it's not on the fucking flight line. Just jump it yourself and stop being retarded. But we also used to joke that this Hispanic, I think he was, or something. But yeah, he was Hispanic because that's what we called him. Boyo Pequeño. He was Chicken Little.
Small something? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because every time something happened, it was like the sky was falling.
So
You need to work on your pronunciation, man. I thought you said boyo.
It sounded like it.
I can't remember what the fuck the actual thing was for it. For
Pollo.
chicken. Pollo.
Boyo.
Pollo, yeah, with a P.
Yeah. Yeah, then I did say it with a B on accident because I couldn't remember it exactly.
Yeah, I caught the little part. I was like, what the fuck is boyo?
Well, I
It's
have a
the
boss
end
called,
of the
Diablo.
world.
And I will say, at least for this movie as well, it had a better soundtrack.
Yeah,
I
although
feel like some of
that
the
opening,
openings of the 70s.
the opening song really didn't do it for me.
No, I fucking hate that song.
All the
You
rest
guys, you guys
of
hate
the,
that song, really?
Sing Sally
the-
Road, Sing Sally Ride.
I hate that song because in the military, almost every place it's like that. While I was in ALS, is when the stupid ass push-up challenge for that came up. To where when they would say down, you would push down and then you would hold it until they said up. And like every fucking unit I was in, and I shouldn't say every, like it was being pushed everywhere, and a bunch of people were talking about. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing push-ups that way. That is retarded.
Stop
Yeah, I
insulting
use that opening
perfectly
song
good
as a-
retards. They're more
as an alarm
rational than
point.
that.
Exactly.
I use that opening song as an alarm on my phone when I was in college. And
It's certainly annoying enough.
well, it annoyed my best friend because like I'd be like passed out drunk and my phone would start going off, and this is before like you would ever figure out how to like clip the like MP3 or whatever.
Mhm.
So it was the whole fucking song.
Wow.
He's like, man, your alarm's gone off 3 fucking times. I've heard that song 3 times this morning already. He's like, all right, turn it off then. Obviously,
and
I'm not getting up.
Apparently,
That's when your roommate throws the phone at you.
and going
Right
back
at
to
your
the whole the cars thing, apparently there were 2 replicas that were not totaled of it's like of all the ones that were made. Cage has
Eleanor?
one, yes, and Jeremy Buckheimer has the other. Apparently, Cage likes to take his out regularly for joyrides, while Buckheimer is afraid of driving his.
Jerry Bruckheimer, the producer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
He sounds like a little bitch.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, if you ever see him in interviews, he's a smaller dude. Like I don't see him. He's a money guy, so I don't see him being all that. Well, I see him being kind of risk averse,
Mm-hmm.
and a car like that, yeah, it probably like it's like yeah, I'm just gonna look at this. I'm just gonna have it in the garage. I'm gonna look at it from time to time. Remind me of all the money I made off that movie.
Oh no, no, no. Let me have the car and let me go to an open track.
Oh, and apparently as well, Cage did a lot of his own stunt driving.
I believe it.
Yeah, he attended a school specifically for it.
That's good. I mean, like more actors should do stuff like that.
And it makes it more believable too.
I agree and disagree in that one because I also kind of believe with, or it's like agree with Donnie Trejo on that. Because like when it comes to Donnie Trejo,
Yeah.
Danny Trejo?
Danny Trejo.
Did you not have any Mexicans in the Air Force in that 12 years?
Dude, I fuck up the names all the goddamn time. I would purposely speak bad Spanish around some of them to piss them off. I made a couple physically flinch from that it hurt so much. Like, because like
I know, I reflexively flinched on behalf of them when I heard that.
But he had the whole thing of he's not going to try to take some dude's job and he doesn't believe of doing, like, he'll do some of his own stunts that aren't too bad, but like a lot of the big ones and everything, that's some other guy's job. And why does he need to go and show that people that supposedly he's got a big pair by doing that?
Oh no, I'm not talking like going like full Dukes of Hazzard or like like the ambulance jump or something like that. Yeah, let's stuntmen do that. You don't need a following shot on Nicolas Cage's face while you're doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say like they should go as far as like fucking Tom Cruise with flying fighter jets and stuff. But
Tom Cruise is trying to die on screen.
I don't think Tom Cruise trying to die. I just think he's trying to impress somebody.
I mean, the only one that
Xenu,
it's
that's
like
who.
until if anything, it's like when it comes to the stunts, like the only person you can never top is Jackie Chan.
Yeah, Jackie Chan has broken more fucking bones than
Jackie Chan has also had his foot in the cast, and they painted the cast to look like a shoe.
Yeah.
How's that working out for him now?
Fuck him.
He's still in extremely good shape.
He's a commie bastard.
Yeah, he's probably being held together with gaffer's tape too.
Oh, apparently Eccleston, he spoke his natural.
He's the Queen's English.
No, he spoke his. I'm trying to figure out how.
His natural dialect.
Lancashire accent in the film because he noted that in American films English accents are always either posh or Cockney.
Well, I mean, you can blame Dick Van Dyke for that.
Dick Van Dyke.
Mary Poppins.
His Cockney accent was so bad, though.
Exactly. That's where
Very
we get
exaggerated.
it from.
So painful.
Wow.
I loved Dick Van Dyke in that movie, don't get me wrong. But I was under no delusions that he sounded British.
I mean, is there a movie that Dick Van Dyke is bad in?
Oh, here's another fun
Really?
one. Apparently, Eccleston described this film as a terrible film in which I give a terrible performance, adding that before Doctor Who in 2005 in it, people who recognized him mostly shouted, "You were in Gone in 60 Seconds, mate. You were shit."
I disagree.
I've
don't think he's bad.
I've seen Gone in 60 Seconds. I've seen Doctor Who, and I've seen G.I. Joe. Of the three, there's one of them I won't watch again.
G.I. Joe.
Doctor Who or Gone in 60 Seconds.
I don't think he was bad in this movie. I just think it's his first time and we're not used to seeing him.
No, I think he nailed the role.
I thought he was good.
it kind of sucks that they killed them off. Well, then again, they're not going to do a sequel. Please don't let them do a sequel.
Gone 2.
Gone in 50 seconds.
Too fast, 2 seconds.
No.
We have to
Gone
kill
3, gone
cars.
again.
Yeah, apparently Eccleston's been in mostly TV shows now.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Gone in 60 Seconds and G.I. Joe are the only ones I recall him being in.
Apparently, he's been in a lot of ones that are like more artsy, fartsy stuff. It looks like. I mean, he
Yeah,
was
he's
in
been in
Thor:
British
Dark World, which
films.
I still have yet to ever see the second Thor movie.
Oh,
I
I've
don't
only
plan
seen
to
it
see
the
the second
once. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I've seen him in 3 movies, 2 of which
Wait
I
a
won't
second.
watch again.
He was in 28 Days Later.
Oh,
Oh
I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
that.
He's there towards the end. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because he's the Major, and I'll watch that movie again.
All right. So he's batting 500. All right.
Again, he's not bad. I was pissed that they only got one season of Doctor Who.
Apparently,
he
he's
should-
also in the
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman The Others movie. I've seen that.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one.
That was not a bad movie, but it wasn't great either. And it totally thought it was pulling a twist that, like, I saw from a million miles away.
I just think for Gone in 60 Seconds, because it was a Nicolas Cage movie for the longest time, of just like how much shit he did, that people were just had that whole thing of, this movie's obviously terrible because it's Nicolas Cage.
Oh no, man! Like we loved it in the Camel household.
Yeah,
we had a surround sound stereo system.
Yeah.
One night we had it playing so loud it shook. We had like a shelf of beer steins on the wall.
Wow.
Yeah, rattled those bitches right into the floor.
Oof.
Ooh.
Oh no, it hit carpet.
Hmm.
These are beer steins. They're
They made it metal. Because I got a beer shine.
you could crack somebody on the head with that thing and not spill a drop.
Oh shit! Now I know why the James Duvall also looked very familiar. Other than this movie, apparently he's the guy in the rabbit mask in the original Donnie Darko.
Yeah, he's Frank.
Oh, he's Frank.
Yep. And he was Miguel in
Frank the
Independence
Bunny.
Day.
I was gonna say he was
That's
the brother
right,
in
yeah.
Independence
Yeah.
Day. I don't know.
Wow,
what he-
that was a while
dark.
back. Yeah, was it 96? 95?
Yeah,
96 was Independence Day.
that was the best Humans Fuck Yeah movie ever.
The what?
The best Humans Fuck Yeah movie ever.
I can't make out what you're
So,
saying.
so there's like an online group of stories called Humans Fuck Yeah, where we like either blasting
Okay.
monsters or destroying aliens or just being awesome humans.
Basically,
Now
it's,
I understood.
yeah,
what you
basically
said.
it's
I
Teen
couldn't
Humans,
tell what
baby.
you were saying.
Yeah, Team Human, baby.
I couldn't tell what you were saying.
Yeah, because you're like yelling at your mic from across the room.
I was gonna say I don't know if you're far from your mic or what.
I'm
But-
just far from my mic. Can y'all hear me better now?
Yeah.
But yeah, best Humans Fuck Yeah movie ever.
Awesome.
Where is that? Getting that. Move that there.
I thought everybody did a good job, but I had a real hard time with blonde jello dreads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a terrible choice for that one. That's like the one part that's just so bad.
That was probably the worst decision of the entire movie.
But
Blonde
Angelina
jello
Joe's
dreads,
hair.
Angelina Jolie.
Giving her blonde dreads.
That wasn't even
Like-
blonde. That was like attempting to bleach to white.
Yeah.
I don't think it just. Yeah.
I mean, I will still say that it's like if you want to see Angelina Jolie to where it's like I would say damn near peak hottest, and that it's either Mr. and Mrs. Smith or her in Wanted. Especially because you get pure unadulterated backside in Wanted. Tomb Raider's meh.
No, her and Tomb Raider was good. I don't fucking care about the story. Her and Tomb Raider was just awesome.
I liked her in freaking Wanted.
Yeah, she
Same
wasn't
one.
hard on the eyes in either of those movies. Okay, let's
But
be
that
honest.
movie is so goddamn dumb, and I don't care. Like, and it's not following that the actual comic was supposed to be.
That movie broke my book.
Yes,
All right, I'll be
Love
back.
it or
yes, the curving the bullets, besides as their natural going to the ground, was completely retarded.
Okay, so it was the movie with Tom Man.
Mhm.
Well, I never.
I'll be back, guys.
It's still just, this is a fun movie. It had good jokes. It had good pacing. It had the characters having good attention to detail for being that. I mean, granted, I still loved how, they discussed of how taking all of the actual identification marks off a vehicle and then putting on another vehicle that looks identical to it, so that way they could sell it. Like, the other cool thing about, go ahead.
No, you.
So the other cool thing about the original over this one was, for this one they just were stealing the cars, and the original, like, we're only stealing cars that are insured, because then the people get a payout at least.
The owners.
well,
don't get
let's be honest. Every car in the list in this movie definitely insured
Oh yeah.
against all perils.
And the only thing that
Yes.
Chi McBride definitely fucked up, and a lot of people don't understand for Robin Hood, is Robin Hood didn't steal from the rich to give to the poor. He stole from the king.
The nobility.
No, he stole from the king because it was taxes that were being collected and giving back, so he was returning property.
But brother, we need this car.
He was right on that one.
It's
But like when
from the rich and give to the needy. It's like, no,
it goes to the whole thing of that's a thing that a lot of people get wrong when they look at the Robin Hood thing, because he's stealing the taxes that were being collected and then bringing them back, giving them back to the people who they were stolen from.
Well, no, he
It
wasn't
was a
stealing the
direct
tax.
quote from the story, though.
It wasn't that he was stealing the taxes. The people were being overtaxed, and he would just take them back. Like, he was a noble himself. And
Yeah.
what he was doing was making sure, hey, the king got his due, but you don't have to take as much.
Mm-hmm. But
what I was saying was it fixed the problems that the original had. It
yes,
that's a
remembered that
definite.
there was a story,
I'll be back
and
in
the
a moment.
cars were so pretty. Oh, those cars were pretty. Those cars made me wish I drove.
you do drive, Angela. People are insane. Put him with this.
Ha 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 ha. Somebody's
Some of those cars I could definitely go for.
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
And I mean, how can you go wrong with Timothy Oliphant on the screen?
But yes, that was it's still a good movie, and I give this movie a two thumbs up. Cisco and Ebert.
Groovy.
So I'll give it 2 thumbs and a toe.
What? I had to run to the restroom real quick.
Will thinks he needs an extra digit to give to the rating for the movie, so he gave a toe as well as his.
Yeah,
both of
Tyr
them.
gave it 2 thumbs. I gave it 2 thumbs and a toe. It's not quite good enough for 2 thumbs and 2 toes, but I'll give it 2 thumbs and a toe.
It's one of those things. I'm pretty sure you can probably pick it up on Blu-ray for like less than $10, and honestly, you might as well add it to your collection.
It's kind of worth it.
It's a good, fun movie, and quite literally, very few people die. And apparently, a lot of the final chase scene was actually improvised. It was largely improvised.
That makes it even better.
Yeah, and that was like a 20-25 minute chase. So, I mean, it wasn't like
a 40-minute chase, but I'm not gonna be picky.
Oh, and apparently the when the Jones is driving the Hummer and he is supposed to be, or when he was pushing the police car, he wasn't supposed to push it off the ramp. Or, yeah, off to where it fell off.
no.
When he first done it, he did it, but he couldn't get past, so he pushed a little more, and it ended up having to fall off.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, I don't have
Hopefully
enough to
nobody
drive,
got
so
hurt.
he gave it a little more gas. The Hummer smashed off, or like the Hummer smashed the car off the ramp in the elevator afterwards. Jones said to the stuntman, "That'll teach you."
I gotta say though, the it's kind of nice to have a movie that doesn't have a lot of people getting killed, but you really have to suspend disbelief for a couple of those.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like the wrecking ball.
The wrecking ball.
oh yeah. The wrecking,
It's not impossible.
especially because
But-
it hit the fucking. I mean, the thing that basically saved him, and where they actually implied it wet better, was it didn't hit the driver's door. It hit at the fucking
Behind it.
spot.
Between.
Yeah, it hit
Yeah.
just before the driver's door. Like
But
that's
even
what
then,
saved him.
But even
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
the fact that it should have hit the engine, which should have caused a chain reaction, which should have exploded the car.
Say get it that level of impact at that point. One, you're getting out with the jaws of life, and two, you're definitely going to the hospital.
Yeah.
And
that's
apparently,
how
Robert
As
Duvall,
somebody who's been cut out of the vehicle with the jaws of life and ended
yeah.
up in the hospital, yeah.
that door wasn't opening at all unless it, like, after he went through the wall and the crane went back, that door just fell open. But apparently, to prepare for his role, Robert Duvall had worked with a thing for professional car detailers.
Yeah, I think he is a method actor.
And apparently, Angelina Jolie's role was specifically written for her.
Of course. But it
Oh,
was
and apparently the two, get rid of that. Cage and Giovanni had enough shit that they just kind of got together, so they the way their dialect was and the way they went to each other helped make them seem actually like brothers. It'd been really funny though for one of the cars they'd have been like, well, for that one I think we gotta take its face off.
Giovanni Ribisi played a really good scumbag in this movie.
What they
Oh,
ended
as the
up
brother?
doing to
Yeah.
Eleanor.
Yeah.
So
Well, and the funny part is how like he has the whole like gets rehabilitated.
Yeah, but I mean, like the slick back hair, the neck tattoo, like he looked the part
Oh yeah.
of just dirtbag.
And supposedly as well, if you pay attention to it, there's a thing when Mirror Man is doing the whole thing at the cop shop, not the cop shop, but at the impound lot. You can see his car, or it's like a sign that reads
the
the background sign that reads, "If you leave your car unlocked, it'll be gone in 60 seconds," which is the same thing they used in the original Gone in 60 Seconds. Only it was on a Goodyear blimp.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
that was a
Easter
really
egg.
cool twist to put in there. The cops are staking out the cars that you need to steal, so you steal the ones from the impound lot.
Yeah.
That you already stole. Yeah.
Got when the cops got when they raided your shop.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this movie is just a dumb, fun movie.
Yeah, it was great, 2000s entertainment.
Definitely.
And this isn't going to be like a lot of people want to go with. It's not like The Godfather or something like that, but it's a good popcorn flick.
It is.
It is, and I don't even eat popcorn. It's a good popcorn flick.
Well, I mean, you gotta have some movies that you can just shut your brain off and just enjoy. And I think this
Yes.
qualifies.
Yeah.
This gives you enough of your brain active
It's got the
that
perfect mix. Sorry, go
when
ahead,
you
Angel.
can't, when you're someone who, like me, who can't completely shut their brain off, this one gives you just the right mix of, like, just enough of a story to keep you interested without making it a super deep investment.
Yeah, you can do a shut your brain off and watch it, but for the people who can't, it's got the plot, it's got the good story, it's got good acting. All around it holds up. Make it You can do it with, hey, I'm really thinking through it. And as a general rule, it doesn't insult your intelligence along the way.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
But I mean, it was a 2000s movie, so they weren't necessarily trying to insult your intelligence. Like, it wasn't like hackers were like hack the guy screams hack the planet.
That was fun.
Yeah.
But I will say
even-
hold on, one of the other really nice things about this movie, one of the executive producers is the widow of H.B. Halicki.
Ooh. Okay.
So yeah, so basically they still had enough of the throwbacks to the original and weren't just shitting on the original. Because I kind of hate with a lot of things where they do a reboot or a remake of a former movie or some series, and then it just seems like they go to shit on it. Like, I know Monkey and Jack hate 21 Jump Street the movie. I don't hate it, but they should have called it something else. Like, quite literally, if they'd have called it a different name, then great. For what it was.
I'm just not a Jonah Hill fan, so that's why I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Neither am I.
I appreciated the cameo from was it Peter DeLuise and Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
No, it's not Peter, was it?
That's also one of the
It better be Peter. That's who was in 21 Jump Street.
Oh, I keep getting the kids confused.
And then
Peter, Michael, and what's the other one?
I forget the other one's name. He does mostly commercials.
Well, then there's also
he also
the
did Wizards of Waverly Place.
Who was the chick who played Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel?
Brie Larson.
Brie Larson, because she's in that movie and it actually shows she can legitimately smile.
Shit, when she was in Scott Pilgrim, I fucking loved her.
I hated that movie.
Don't you? The movie sucked by comparison to the manga. Yeah, but I still loved her in that movie.
No, that one's still a comic.
Well, it sucked by comparison to the comic then.
And then I still have yet to watch it. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews of the cartoon series for Scott Pilgrim versus the World. But apparently they got majority of the cast who played in the original movie. I still like that Macaulay Culkin's brother was in it. He is what made that movie.
Which movie?
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
I'm gonna take your word for
it. The gay roommate that Scott's living with at first is Macaulay Culkin's brother.
That makes sense. They
probably Kieran Culkin, but
voices.
I mean, he's great in it just because of the shit that's he's in almost pretty much every fight until the last one. Like, why are you dressed as a pirate? But it's one of those things that it can be a fun movie, but I can understand it's not everyone's taste. Like, one of my favorite go-to movies is basically a shut your brain off is the Michael J. White movie of Blood and Bone. Plus, it's got Rufio in it. I never can remember. I can never remember the dude's name.
I know what you're talking about.
Who also voiced Zuko in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
You know, there's only like 2 movies I can remember Michael J. White being in that I've watched: Spawn and The Dark Knight.
And it's funny because for The Dark Knight, it's one of the few times he's not filling one of his predominant roles that he does. Because typically, if he's a bad guy, in most of the movies he's been a bad guy in, he is usually a dirty cop or it's like federal agent or like some law enforcement agency. Because in the Steven Seagal starring DMX as well, he's the main villain in that movie, Exit Wounds. And I forgot that one does have Tom Arnold in it.
Oh boy.
He's a small role. And then he was in one with Dolph Lundgren in, oh god, the guy who did Ong Bak, I think it was. I think Tony Zhao? Because that's who he fights, is Tony Zhao. I want to say it was called Skin Trade. It's actually not a bad movie. But when he's a good guy, he typically plays a former felon or former military.
Again, he's typecast.
It's just kind of what he does. Like, so him playing a gangster in that, but didn't. It's because majority of those roles are going to be. It's like those things. It's going to make more sense of a dude knowing how to fight.
I think I saw that movie Skin Trade with my game group a little while back.
I mean, I just like Blood and Bone because it's just funnier than shit in a lot of cases. Plus, it's one of the last movies I believe it was Kimbo Slice was in. Minor role.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the greatest thing about that one as well is because like every time he keeps introducing him, because he's just known as Bone, Rufio's just like, and they call him Bone because that's what he breaks when he hits. And like for the final fight when he's going to go up against, well, not final fight, but when he's finally going up against the Hammer, he's like, you know that thing that you always say when you go to introduce me? And he's like, yeah. He's like, can you not do that tonight? So he's like, in Bone. They call him Bone because that's what his parents named him.
Oh,
Oh, it's terrible for that whole thing because you could tell he's trying to think of something. He's just like, I got fucking nothing.
wow.
You take away the
Oh
only
my
thing I got
god,
going
they're
for
making
me,
a
man.
second Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yes.
Yeah,
they
that's
do.
gonna
Second
freak
one?
us out.
I still have yet to see the first. I will at some point.
I have
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not sure if I'm going to.
Man, I didn't realize Blood and Bone was a 2009 movie. Dante Bosco. That's who
Rufio.
plays Rufio, and he plays Pinball. Plus, he was also voice of the Avatar. Or not Avatar, Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Man, Blood and Honey was stupid.
Oh,
Yeah.
extremely.
I hate the fact that they're taking children's programming and cartoons and stuff like that and trying to make them darker.
Well, it's because the copyrights
I
finally went, so for specific things they can go through and do that.
It's just people who have a gripe against Disney wanting to be edgy and shit on Disney.
I got lots of gripes against Disney, but I ain't messing in there. Now I might turn Steamboat Willie into a political
Satire.
activist. I love some of the memes with him making very unwoke
Oh yeah.
state-
But yeah, it's
Well,
just
but
it's the whole thing of basically because of how Disney has gone through and quite legitimate or literally had copyright laws changed so they can hold on to copyrights for longer than they're supposed to. Not everyone wants to go through and do it that way, but since they can, they're like, we're gonna fuck with it.
well, half the stuff Disney technically don't own. They just own the image, like Alice in Wonderland. They don't own the rights to Alice in Wonderland. They own the image of Alice in Wonderland, the current image of her.
Yeah, that's like it's the same for all of their Disney princesses and everything. That's
Yeah,
why for
but they
the
don't own the rights.
go ahead, Angela.
They own the image that they created.
Yeah,
Yes, the image of the created. But even
Because
then, they don't. Okay.
because I have a lot of stuff that has like the original artwork for Alice in Wonderland.
Yes. Alice Liddell, if I'm not mistaken, what's her name? Yes, it was Alice Liddell.
I don't know. It's been years since I read any of that.
I was gonna say I can't tell you who.
and the
drew
the
it.
only Bambi movie I want to see that they went through that was the joke one to where it's The Rock is playing Bambi,
Oh Lord,
and it's quite literally just meant to be a comedy thing.
it's a spoof.
Yeah, it's a spoof, which like I'm fine with that type of shit, but like the Blood and Honey one, Pooh Blood and Honey could have been pretty decent, but just it was from everything I've seen of it, super fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, very stupid.
I have a place in my heart for Winnie the Pooh, and it doesn't need to be damaged
Like,
that.
well, I'm a
Uh,
Kingdom Hearts fan. I did not hate the both things of Winnie the Pooh from the first and second game, but I am like most people and still hate. I hate the Little Mermaid world in the second one more than the first.
Like you don't like Finny Fun?
I don't care for quick time event games like that or mini games.
Don't worry, I'm in the same boat. I could care less about QuickTime events. QuickTime. I'm glad QuickTime events went the way of the dodo bird.
Like, I don't mind quick time events, but I hate it in that scenario. But we're way the fuck off track. It's been an hour, almost an hour, 15, getting up there. So I think we're gonna call it there.
Yay!
Uh,
Whoa.
it's Monday, technically in Michigan. The eclipse is supposed to be today. So remember not to stare at the sun. I shouldn't have to tell anyone that, but
Yeah, so even if you're under the full eclipse, don't skip there at the corona either. You're dealing with permanent retinal damage there.
also you
Yeah,
do
Do yourself a favor.
Gander.
if you take a mirror or a lens and hold it, you can actually reflect the eclipse down onto the ground and see it that way.
Or you
Don't
can just look at it through your phone.
Put a pinhole in the box.
that too.
Watch it that
Yep.
way. There's lots of safe ways to watch an eclipse. Don't try it by staring at the sun.
I was gonna say that don't involve frying your eyeballs.
Don't listen to these people. Do what you feel. Make Darwin proud.
I mean,
That's one way to look
if
at
you're
it.
gonna do that, that's on you. I will also say as well, if you're gonna try to like take video of it or photos of it, you actually want to have proper devices for it because that shit'll fuck up your phone. So again, that's on you, boy.
I'll do like normal people do and just watch it on television.
I'm gonna be too busy working.
Same.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Like by the time the eclipse is supposed to be in full effect, I'm gonna be in a fucking factory with no windows.
When is it supposed to be in full effect?
Like 3 something.
1 something in the afternoon.
One's when it started, but by the time it gets into full effect, it'll be at around 3. Ish.
Okay, I'll be too busy not working. After what hit me this weekend, I did end up taking today off, so I'm not gonna deal with work. I'm
I'm
not going to deal
debating
with
taking the day off. I'm trying to find a good excuse to take the day off.
I've got a good excuse.
You have a great excuse.
I'm emotionally damaged. I can't work, boss.
Yeah, I'm damaged the goods. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
But boss, I'm set in the head. I gotta stay home.
Okay. So,
Ah,
great movie, beautiful cars, good acting. They remembered they had a storyline. Go to the
and
theater and see another great movie of your choice.
and Angela, I didn't
Mm.
mention it. I didn't need to see tits in this one. I actually liked it for what it was.
I mean, it's a 2000s movie, and typically, if you're going to see tits in a lot of those, it was mostly going to be in the older ones. I will say how much they showed of the random couple for the the Lamborghini getting it on. I was like, you
Yeah.
guys could have fucking cut that.
Yeah, that could have been cut. That could have been 86, and nothing of value would have been lost.
But in 2 weeks, since next week will be a Talking to the Void, you'll be watching The Family Man.
Oh, I haven't seen that one in forever.
I've
Oh.
never seen it, so that'll be interesting.
I still recommend seeing the movie he did, like Nicolas Cage did before this one, Bringing Out the Dead.
Yeah,
It was good.
Mainly for Ving Rhames, especially when they go to get a guy that's Odin.
Oh God, here we
OD'd.
go.
I
I'll be
fucking love
banging.
that. Lord, bring back I Be Banging. Like I 8mm is one of the few ones though. It's like I kind of recommend just to skip it.
If you're gonna watch 8mm, make sure you have a nice cold shower waiting for you and a lot of soap.
Don't make it sound
Cold.
like that. That sounds
You want
gross.
it say cold? You want it sterilizing hot. You want the
You wanna
really
wash
strong
all that
soap. You want
crud
the
off of
industrial
you.
cleaner. You
You want
want
that
the pumice
solvent.
stone. You want the industrial cleaner. You want
You
the
want the
scalding.
Lever
You want to
2000.
remove 2 layers of skin and all grime associated therewith.
You want the Lever 2000 scalding hot shower, and
A floor brush.
after you get out, you want that powdered soap that people who work in mechanics and machine shops have,
Yeah,
so that you can wash your hands and arms as
Oh,
well.
we're gonna leave on that one. We're gonna have that. So if you're gonna watch the eclipse, enjoy it. I don't remember if there's any other supposed holidays coming up this week.
nope, nothing I can remember.
Anything. But we're out of here. Have a good one, folks. I got nothing else in that.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Later.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Join us again next week, or you can check out the other people in the panel in the description and see us again plausibly on one of their channels, or just check out what work they've done. Have a good week, everyone.